Hey y'all, Chef IrixGuy here, back again with another smoking barbecue video. Smoking a pork butt right now, also known as a Boston butt. It's been smoking for, well, I started smoking it yesterday. So it's coming up on about the...
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
It's on about the 20-hour mark. So it's getting closer. The internal temperature of the butt, as you can see, well, you may be able to see right here if you got 4K. Internal temperature of the butt's 189. My optimal temperature is 201. The ambient temperature inside the smoker is about 231 degrees Fahrenheit. I go between about 225, 230. But why is an electric smoker the best kind of smoker today? Now, today being 2023. Now, let me preface this by saying I've been smoking barbecue since way before the existence of electric smokers. I've been smoking where you had a, I would smoke in a traditional charcoal grill like this. I would smoke in an old oil barrel, an old oil barrel that's cut in half, and then you add a handle to it, and you can put charcoal in there for the heat source, and then a ton of hickory, and continue to replenish the hickory throughout the smoke. So, electric smoker is the best way to smoke for many reasons. Number one, cost. When you're dealing with an electric smoker, your heat source is electricity. Yeah, electricity costs something, but it's somewhat minimal when you think about how much electricity this consumes. And you can expand this video's description and click the link there to find all the technical specs. I'm not going to get into calculating the approximate utility cost or the amount of electricity would probably be consumed throughout a smoke for 24 hours. I'm not going to get that technical. But you can if you want to. So an electric smoker is the best because the cost is typically a lot lower. If you're smoking in a traditional charcoal smoker with hickory, you're having to continuously replenish that charcoal to keep the heat at the desired temperature, probably around 225 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a lot of charcoal. Also, you're typically going to use a lot more hickory in a traditional charcoal-based smoker. With this, I use a minimal amount. I get those small bags of hickory chips, and then I store them in this container. And by the way, I've linked all of this within this video's description in case you're shopping for it. But these little chips, I use a negligible amount in a bag of these, and I've linked bags of chips within this video's description too. They're very inexpensive. So you use a minimal amount of wood chips in an electric smoker such as this one, but you get very good wood smoke flavor. So the ability to not have to spend as much for the fuel, the charcoal and the hickory, you just use a minimal amount of hickory chips in here, which is great. The ability to better regulate the temperature. How many times have you smoked with a traditional charcoal-based smoker and you got too hot or it got too cool and it ruined your finished product? This right here, temperature regulation is super simple, and you add a wireless probe like I use to monitor the ambient and the meat temp, it becomes pretty much foolproof. Once you know what the optimal degree of doneness is for the meat that you're smoking, and then once you know what the optimal internal temperature is throughout the smoke, which for me is typically 225 regardless of what I'm smoking. But once you figure that out, it's easy to consistently repeat successful results. So the consistent nature of this electric smoker is important because I feel confident this is going to stick right around the temperature that I set it at, which is typically around 225. Now there will be minor fluctuations as I replenish the wood chips using the wood chip reloader on the side, but that's that's minimal amount of fluctuation. So consistent heat, minimal amount of wood chips required to get that really good hickory flavor, and it's so much less messy, because when you're using a traditional charcoal and and wood-based smoker, you've got all the ash you got to dump out. You've got ash in here from the wood chips, but that pales in comparison to the charcoal plus hickory chip ash. So there's a lot of value adds of going with an electric smoker, and I'm sure there's more reasons why an electric smoker is the best type of smoker on the market today being 2023. But now, I could state some disadvantages. If you were in a situation where you didn't have access to a power outlet or a generator, you're depending upon that for the heat source. So that would be a major issue. But with proper planning, you can be in a situation where you've got appropriate power. So I don't look at that as a negative, but I did want to point that out there, that you do have to have a source of electricity. So, but this is the one I would get. If I was shopping for an electric smoker, this is the one I would get. And again, I've linked it within this video's description. Man, this pollen out here is killing me, dude. This pollen is, everywhere, man. But, yeah, electric smoker is the best type of smoker. If you feel differently about that, that's great. I want to hear your opinion. Comment below. And be sure to subscribe. Ring that bell when you do, and that'll notify you whenever I post another video. And check out all of Chef IrixGuy's smoking barbecue videos. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, IrixGuy here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and when you do, ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.